You see, the real separation is believing that what you see in the 3D is the full truth, but it isn't. When you return to the I am, to the creator, to consciousness, to divine energy, you realize there is one consciousness. And in consciousness, you were never separate. You were never disconnected, but you were only distracted through the 3D stories that you've told yourself. And that is just the way we've been programmed here on the 3D. But now that your divine masculine came in, they're helping you remember that there is no separation. There never was. You're remembering who you are. That's why I talk often about remembering who you are, the truth of who you are. And the truth of who you are is your consciousness. You are the observer. You are the I am. You can use whatever terminology you want to use, but you are not separate. There's just one consciousness. And your divine masculine came in and triggered you to activate those codes within you so you can remember. And I am here simply as a vessel, as a guide to help you remember who you are, that there never was a separation. But the mind will always believe that there is separation. You see, the subconscious has been filled with memories, and those memories we want to go back to. And when you go back to the memories, you're not in the present moment. So this journey is helping you come back to the present moment, come back to the now. In the now is where the magic happens. In the now, you remember who you are. You remember that you were never separate. You remember that your consciousness is the observer behind it all. So when you ask yourself, who am I? How would you answer that question? Are you your name? Are you someone who works at a certain place? You see, those are labels that we've been given, but behind that is consciousness, is infinite, is divine energy, and that is who you are. And consciousness is experiencing itself through you, through your divine masculine. So it appears as though, because there are two bodies, that they are separate from you. But it all comes from you. It all comes from one consciousness. So the people that you are interacting with are within your consciousness. Now, we will never interact with over 8 billion people in the world, right? We interact with others around us. And those interactions that you're having comes from consciousness, comes from what you believe and what your inner state is. You see, it's all about identity, the person that you are being. If you believe that you're in separation, then the 3D over here will show you separation. But when you remember who you are, that you have never been separate, that you don't need anyone, now it doesn't mean that you can't have a desire. You can have a desire to have a relationship with your person. You can experience that through consciousness. You can decide, yes, I want to have an experience with my divine masculine. But it's all about the identity that you are holding. What identity are you holding as consciousness? You see, that's where some people get stuck, is because the mind will always see separation. It is just geared to see separation. But when you are in flow state, when you silence the mind, then you begin to stay more present. And that really is the key, is being present. In the presence, your intuition is highlighted. And in your intuition, you're always guided. You're always guided to your highest timeline. So you are remembering who you are. And that is the whole purpose of the twin flame journey. You get to decide what happens because you are embodying the state of what it is that you believe. If you believe that your masculine, for example, is happily married with someone else, then you're giving permission for them to be happily married with someone else. You see? So when you decide that you are not separate from your masculine, that you no longer need your masculine, because when you need something, you're actually letting the universe know that you don't have it. But when you are content, when you are in the present moment, when you are living your life in love, because that's what you are love, and you remember that you are love, and when you think of your masculine, you know that you're already together, because in the 5D, you're already together, and in the 4D, which is your imagination, which is your subconscious, you can also be together as well. The more that you embody your desires, then your subconscious will start to believe it. And when your subconscious believes what it is that you desire, then the 3D over here will start to reflect that as well, because the universe is simply a reflection of the identity that you're holding. If you're holding an identity of lack, what do you think the 3D is going to show you? It's just going to show you more lack. For example, I could say I want to make $50,000 a month, but I look at my bank account and I have $100, and I keep looking at my bank account and all I see is $100. The concept of consciousness, and you are learning and remembering, I should say more remembering, that you are consciousness. Because some of you out there listening to this will not resonate with this. All you will want is to get your masculine back. But you see, you are consciousness. You have never been separate from your masculine, and you no longer will have a need to be with them. Doesn't mean that you don't want to have that experience, but you don't need them anymore, because anything that you need, now you're saying to the universe that you don't have it. So let go of the needing and know that you have it now, because you decided as consciousness. You are the I am, and the I am is simply I am. You are simply just that you are. I am all that I am, and that is enough. There really is nothing that you need to do in the 3D to get your person to come back. It is all energetic. It is all about remembering. It is all about your energy and what you're focusing on. And I know a lot of you that are listening to me will understand what I mean regarding consciousness and separation. Again, what you see in the 3D is not the full picture. And that is why your masculine came in to activate you, to let you know that everything you see here in the 3D, that is not the full picture. The full picture is that you are consciousness. You are the observer of everything, and you get to decide what you want to bring into your reality. It's all upon what you focus on and where your energy is. So remember, there is no separation between you and your divine masculine. Why? Because you are consciousness, and we are all one consciousness. If you need any help, feel free to reach out. Sending you so much love.